All right. Let's see here. We got about 45 seconds here until the close. This isn't going to be a super long stream because this is kind of a boring name. I don't really know much about CNXC, but we'll see what this does. I think Tesla's very interesting the way that it's closing strong here. I think this might be ready to break out here pretty soon, but I'll go over that after we watch these earnings here on Concentrix. Anyone know anything about this name that I don't? Did y'all take any good trades today, Discord? All right, market to close, 133,000 sell on that. Got 5 mil buys on Tesla. Very interesting. Let's see. See what this one does here. You guys got any questions about anything? Any other tickers you would like? Yeah, so Tesla broke this little downtrend here that started back on December 31st, bounced off to 425 again, bounced off again yesterday, broke and closed above 425 today, testing 430. I think with a little catalyst on this, guys, especially with inauguration on Monday, and with Elon apparently getting an office in the White House today, it was kind of interesting. So I think that this might have some room to run here into the end of the week, but we'll see. Let's go back to CNXC here. Looks like we popped up a little bit here to 48.50. This isn't going to be a big mover, though, guys. So we'll see what happens with this. Not really a name that I know much about, but what's up, Nasirski? How are you guys doing? What's up, Pookie? Sam Helps on YouTube. Oh, I didn't take any day trades today, actually. I think, maybe I missed a little opportunity on Tesla, but with CPI today, I was just a little iffy. Saw a pullback off the open on a lot of things, and then I ended up getting bought back up. So I don't know. I ended up just staying away today. I want to be kind of careful this week with the inauguration on Monday, but I think there could definitely be some opportunity now on Tesla throughout the end of the week here. Maybe, I've kind of changed my mind on that, thinking this might be able to kind of push up a little bit higher, maybe 440, 450 by the end of the week. So really strong close today. I like it technical wise as well. And like I said, they had it came out that Elon's going to have an office in the White House. So he's going to be even closer to Trump than he already is. They're already like best friends, it seems like. So you're also going to have Elon, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos at the inauguration. So I don't know. Just seems kind of interesting to me. But we'll see. Maybe some day trade opportunity there. What's up, TK? What's up, Porter? Tyler M. Gabrias, Rambo Jesus, ET, 065 724 412542. Interesting names. Little bit of movement here on CNXC. I don't really know that we're going to see a whole lot on this. Doesn't really trade a lot of volume, but we'll see here. So it seems like the estimates are 3.07 a share on revenue of 2.44 billion on this one. Yeah, so let's just see what happens here. I'll wait a couple of minutes, watch this. But if there's any other tickets you guys would like me to go over, I'm happy to do that as well. Like I said, I don't know that this is going to be too exciting. This is popping back up to 48.5 here. But if y'all took any good trades today, I'm happy to go over those with you. If you have any ideas, I'd be happy to go over those with you. Wow, there it goes. Look at this, $50. Looks like, oh, wow. So they beat estimates on revenue and EPS. Revenue was 2.45 billion. 2.44 was the estimate, so not a crazy beat. And then EPS of 3.26 against a 3.06, I believe, was the estimates there. Look at it, straight dropping right back down. I think the earnings call started right at market close as well. So yeah, Sam helps. I can agree with that. For me, I can just day trade it really quickly. But for a longer term sense with Trump and stuff, it's probably just easier to take leaps like you're talking about on that. Obviously if you believe in it. But yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see 500 plus in 2025 for sure. I think that's very, very doable, and maybe within the first quarter of the year. Honestly, this thing just got smacked here, 44.5 now after a close of 47.5. Rainbow Jesus, SGBX today was a good lesson in high volume pre-market activity, then crashing on market open throughout the day. Yeah, so I've seen that on even mega caps happen sometimes, especially with CPI. I don't really know the reason for that, but this did run from about 50 cents all the way up to $2. So still a massive gain from yesterday's close. So, maybe at market open, there was enough liquidity for people with, millions of shares possibly to get out. And that's what helped this come down, I think, is probably my thought process on that. Maybe not as much liquidity pre-market. So that could have caused the sell-off there off the open. What else you guys got? Any other tickers? I'll go back to CNXC. Bounce back up to 46. Hit a low there of 43.65. Look at negative 50 low, possible chance for upside. Yeah, so I mean, obviously Nike isn't going anywhere, but it's just really been struggling. Fundamentally, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I mean, this thing is really, really getting crushed here. Let me back out even further. I got a 15-year chart. So we're at lows. We're at prices that we saw during COVID, with the COVID crash. So to me, that's really interesting. Something that I learned from interning at the trading firm was some of these guys are really good at trading, like consumer stocks, like Lululemon, Timberland back in the day, Nike, stuff like that. And really what they talked about was when things go out of style, it's really hard to bring them back into style. For example, Lululemon was kind of like I don't want to say groundbreaking, but somewhat of a high fashion trend, coming into COVID. And as you can see, the stock went from, 150 all the way up to 500. And then you saw this, this big crash here when competitors came in like Aloe, I don't know, just a bunch of sportswear brands So they've done well coming into the end of the year. Honestly, I haven't looked at this chart in a while, so they have rebounded a little bit. So, at the end of the day, Nike isn't going to go anywhere. Nike's been around a lot longer than Lululemon. Right? Yeah, they didn't invent them, but they popularized them. Exactly. So, I don't know, kind of interesting. Maybe it's a good longer term investment, but again, I'm not much of a fundamental guy, so I don't really want to speak on that much because I'm not going to tell you things that I don't know or don't believe in. But I think $70 is a pretty significant support here. If you bought in around this area using a $70 stop would be a very, very tight stop loss, kind of like a daily candle close under that. May work just from a technical standpoint. They have earnings March 20th, so they still have about 2 months until that happens. So I don't know, just something to consider there. Tesla made a solid bull run today. Another example of the market's rationality. Yeah, so Tesla, pretty strong move today. I think it has the possibility to even gap up tomorrow. I don't know. I'm going to be interested in trading the upside on this tomorrow. We've broken this big down. Let me make it a little bit easier to look at here. This downtrend, this one to me doesn't make a whole lot of this dotted one here. Just kind of disregard that because I'm on a daily chart. You'll see this breaking here. So I don't know, anywhere from 430 to 440 could really get this going, and especially if this breaks 450, I think you could probably see this squeeze maybe up to these all-time highs here, then maybe 500. Obviously, it's going to depend on what happens after Monday, and if there's any sort of positive catalyst or negative catalyst on Tesla. But technical-wise, this looks like it's starting to kind of creep its way back up to an area where it might be exciting. So we will see. I kind of told myself seeing Tesla under 400 to me just makes sense longer, in a little bit longer term stances to buy it anywhere you can down there. I didn't, but that just, it would have worked. What's up, Justin Tip? You had a good day. Tesla's running here. Honestly, I think this could probably go higher. I'm going to be looking for a day trade on it, but I don't know if it's going to gap up or gap down tomorrow morning. We'll see. That's insane. That's insane. What else you guys got? Let me go back and check out that earnings stock. Sitting at 44, so we're dropping back down here a little bit. So it's probably going to be all the movement you see on this. I mean, maybe it slips some more, maybe it bounces a little bit more, but looks like this came down here. You see ACHR, HYSR had news and no move really. ACHR, I did not see this one, up about 7% at close today. I'm not much of a J-Rod on YouTube. I'm not much of a low float trader. So I did not see this one, but looks like there was definitely some opportunity there today, at least pre-market. Looks kind of hard to trade after the open. Snap dead stock. Yeah, Snap just hasn't done a whole lot in a long time. I honestly thought that there would be a lot more movement on this. I don't know how many of y'all use Snapchat, but I use it quite a bit. I'm seeing influencers, a lot of influencers made these Snapchat accounts and would post, 100 story posts a day because they'll get an ad like every 5 or 10 clicks, and they're raking in millions of dollars. And if they're making millions of dollars, then I think that Snapchat would be making a ton of money too. And that just, every earnings almost, it's just been coming down. So kind of interesting. Saw some of the Amazon day hacked, but can't find any official on it yet. I mean, if you have a bunch of calls, just a tip, I always want to advise, obviously, to manage your risk appropriately. Amazon did okay today, but with a little bit of help from CPI for sure. But I do think this is primed for a move back to 230 plus. I just don't know when. And obviously, if there's going to be some negative news, and that's kind of going to be out of the picture. So just keep that in mind. SoFi and PLTR, sure thing. SoFi, chart wise, think this looks good. I haven't ever traded this before, but you kind of have somewhat of a downtrend here after really strong moves with somewhat of a bull flag. To me, a break above $16, in a daily candle close above that, I think is positive, and then you can take out 17, and that high there is 17.19, and then maybe that'll be on its run to $20. So decent looking chart here, honestly. And then PLTR, I know that's come down. I shorted that under 70 for a couple bucks. Seems like it's bottomed out a little bit here. All the way down to 63, back above 68. So it looks like maybe there's some dip buyers here. Lower volume though on this. So if it does roll back over under $65, I would be wary. I would be careful because I think maybe $60 is in store if it does that. But if it gets back above 70 and starts to hold there again, then you may see 80 plus again. I think you should take into consideration Shy's price target on this. I think it's $80 for 2025, and we already hit that. So simply because it's not it's not like he's saying 150, right? Price target's not much higher for him. So I don't know. I'm just a technical day trader. So new Amazon ransomware attack, recovery is impossible without payment. Wow. Look, when there's news like this, I don't know when this came out, but I'm sure it's very recent, within a couple hours. My advice is always look at the stock. Has the stock moved? Is Amazon down 5%, 10%? No, it's green on the day. Don't see much. Don't really see it affected at all. So that's kind of how you could test the news, test the source. Maybe if it's proven this could dump overnight, I don't know. But that's one thing I also learned from being on a trading firm is I'm like, I saw this piece of news, like I think it's a good time to buy. The stock hasn't done anything. And they're like, well, Ethan, if the news looks significant, and the news is already out, and the stock didn't move, it's not as significant as you're making it in your head. So the stock is always right. Happened last night. Yeah, I mean, again, Amazon wasn't down at all pre-market. Very, very flat after hours as well yesterday. So I don't know how real or how important that news is. Wall Street would be, shorting the hell out of it if it was that bad. Well, about 20 minutes in here, so I'll take a couple more questions, and then I gotta hop off here pretty soon. Got a meeting with Mr. Pookie's Revenge and Mr. Quench pretty soon. Maybe I'm fired, guys. You may not see me again. Nice knowing you. All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything from y'all, so we don't have to hang out here if there's, but I want to make it worth your time. I don't have any lessons tonight. My next lesson's tomorrow night for coaching. I will be live trading tomorrow morning. I am excited about Tesla. I do think there's going to be some opportunity there. So we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, I'm not super thrilled with anything else, to be completely honest with you. What you got, Floki? Yeah, as always, guys, as always. if you ever need anything, I'm in the chats. Don't be afraid to reach out. I am always willing to help you with anything you guys want. So please don't hesitate. Cool. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good rest of the day. Have a good evening. Let's cross our fingers. Tesla's gapping up and moving tomorrow. Maybe we get some good news tonight. Catch a really nice day trade coming into the end of the week. Other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow morning for some live trading. All righty. Take care. Bye-bye.